to add is connecting calling Firebase. So we search for Firebase on Google, so we'll just say Firebase. Then you'll just go to Firebase, Firebase.console. So you go to Firebase console. So you ensure that you're signed in your Google account. So you go to console once you're signed into your Google account. And once you're there, you're going to just add a new project, just as we did before. So you can simply come and do add project. So you can enter your project name. So you can decide to enter your project name here as required. So you can come and say Firebase Auth. So I have Firebase Auth as a name for my project. Then I'll click on continue. Then I'll just say continue. Then for my account, I'm going to use just default account for Firebase. Then I'll just click on create project. So it will create a project for me. And if you already have a project, especially like a project that we had worked on, you can just continue working with that. That is, it will not be a problem. So if you had already created that, then it's okay. So we're just going to go to the next part where we are going to add the app. So once our project is ready, we'll just go to our project. So we come to our project, just right here. Then we'll say we have the project there. Then we can now just come here, add an app to get started. So we can just come and choose Android. So the Android name, so we'll simply go to our app, then we pick the package name. So the package name, if we just go to anyactivity.kt, we get our package name right there. So we'll pick the package name there. Then we can now go back and place our package name. Then the name for our app is just Firebase login. So that's the name of our app. Then SHA-1, so we go pick our SHA-1. So we'll just simply come right there. I'm sure we all know how to do it now. So you just go to your Gradle. You go to our Gradle, then we go to the tasks, then we go to Android, then we go to sign in report. So we click on sign in report, and after it executes the report, our SHA-1 will just be displayed right there. So we'll wait for a moment for the SHA-1 to appear. So now you just go to your SHA-1. So our SHA-1 is just right there. So you come to your sign-in report, then you just pick the SHA-1. So you can just go to the SHA-1. So after MD5, we're just going to see the SHA-1. So you pick the SHA-1, and you're going to paste it there. So you pick the SHA-1 just there, and we're going to place the SHA-1 just right there, and place the register app. So I'll place SHA-1, then we click on register app. So you will place your SHA-1, and then you will register the app. Then the next part is the part for adding Google services.json to your app. So you'll just download the Google services.json. So you'll download it, the config file. So you'll just download that, then you'll save the file in your downloads. So just save that file. So once you download it, you'll copy the JSON file. Then we'll come to our app, Firebase login. Then we'll move from Firebase login just here and move back to the app. Then we can come now to Android here. Then we go back to project. So we go back to our project. Then we come to app. So inside the app, this is where we're going to place. So you right click and you paste the Google services.json. So you'll just ensure that it's Google services.json. So you'll just edit out and ensure it's Google services.json. Then you'll press OK. So once you've placed the Google services.json file, then we are now good to go. So inside our app, so we have our Google services.json. So we can maybe close that. So you can close some of the activities that we may not want to use now. Yeah, so you can close them up. So go back to project, close up. So you go back to project, then we just come to build.gradle. So this is the next part where we are going to place our SDK. So you just come in and then we go and click next. So the next part is where we place the Google Services plugin. So the first one, we are going to place it this one. So you'll just click copy. So you click copy, then you just come here and inside. So we have the first one and there are two. So one is inside the app and the other is inside the Firebase. So we are just going to come into the one. So there are two build.gradle. So we'll go to the one which is outside and place the class path there for Google Services. So we ensure you place the class path for Google Services. So do not confuse this one and this one. So this one is build.gradle inside the project. Then we have, so even here they've specified. So this one should be inside your project, and then the Maven repository is there. So then the one which is inside the app module, so you'll come and place the plugin. So you'll just come in our Firebase login. So the first one you're going to place inside the plugin, so you come and place it just right there. So Google Services, and then the next one, these are Firebase, so the Firebase dependency. So you ensure you pick that one as well. So we've picked that one. Then we have just below here, so you can just add that dependency there. So you place your dependency there. So we have that. So we have one for analytics and the other one. So you ensure you can decide to place them just here. Let's place it where the implementation is being a zimeandikwa implementation. Yeah, so you can just place it there just for some formality. This one shows that there are newer versions, but you can just opt to go with that one. Then Once we finish, you ensure that we have the Maven. So when we come here, so I'm 100% sure the Maven are. So for example, this one is there, and just right below here, it's there. So now Gradle files have changed since the last project sync. So we are going to do a sync. So once you're done, you'll just click sync now. Since the Gradle files have changed, then we can now do the run app to test. So let's sync, and then we're going to run our app to test. So I'll just come here and click sync now and ensure that that works well. Then we can now check the progress. And can move now back to our Android. So you can move back to Android and then now check on the remaining part of connection. So we can just simply now come to our tools. So we'll just go to tools. So we click on tools, then we click on Firebase. So we'll come and click on Firebase. And it will load for us our assistant. That is the content that we need to use. So once we get to the assistant, we are going to simply go to authentication. So you go to authentication, then you go to email and password authentication. So we'll just now so just want now to ensure that everything is working perfectly. Everything is to now run and verify our app. So we will just ensure that our content is connected to Firebase. So we'll just refresh the Firebase state. And when it's ready, it will tell us connected. So it will say this app is already connected to a project, Firebase Auth. So we'll just click on that. So that's okay. Then we can now add Firebase authentication to your app. So we'll add Firebase Auth. So we'll just click accept changes. So we add Firebase Auth into our app. So we'll wait for that to happen well. So our Firebase Auth will just be added here. So in a minute we are going to be able to see it, and we'll see that we have Firebase added here. So I'd want us to use a version that is a bit more closer. So we'll just come here before we do the sync. So we'll come here. So just come here. So for the Firebase Auth, I'd want us to work with a newer version. So we'll just come in and say change to 19.31. So that's a bit newer version that will going to work well for us. Even this we can opt to change it to 17.40, so that the version that we're using is well updated. So these versions change every single time, so it's good always to ensure they are updated. So once you have that, we're going to sync the project and now go directly into our Kotlin code. So we'll just click sync now, and once everything is set and built, then now we can move to the Kotlin part. So everything is now set and ready. So now the next thing now will be now quite simple. We'll now just start with our main activity and proceed on. So I'll see in the next video when now we work on our Kotlin code.